Undertaker works part-time. The Rock is gone. Austin's gone. Shawn Michaels is gone. Ric Flair is gone. Triple H works once a year. I mean, they've lost so many marquee players. I mean, if you think about it, I mean, it's right now, they're building a brand. We're getting some of these guys over, like Seth Rollins is getting over, and hopefully Roman Reigns and Dean Ambrose and that. But they've lost so many brand guys that the only really, I mean, if you think about it, the depth chart there, they're all healthy now for the first time in a long time. But the two big, without Randy Orton every day, who's trying to work a part-time schedule as we speak, and without John, it's hard to find the marquee names. You know what I'm saying? If you don't watch a show for a couple of weeks, you might not know who the people are. Wouldn't you agree with that?
But Rick, that's exactly my point. That's exactly my point. You go back to, prior to me being a writer, on the roster, you had T.L. Hopper, you had the Goon, you had Freddie Joe Floyd, you had what? That was the roster. I started writing, okay, and then all of a sudden, these cast of characters come in. Now listen, don't get me wrong, it was absolutely the perfect storm. They were, without a doubt, the greatest roster, perhaps, in the history of wrestling, without a doubt. I mean, Rock, obviously, is a movie star now. All of them were legends. All of them were legends. But here's the thing. A writer needed to give them material every single week.
Course. No, I couldn't agree with you more. I mean, I don't think anybody's denying how smart you are and how much writing skill you had. I'm just saying to you that, and you just said it yourself, you had an incredible roster, and that roster, as you said, is kind of like the roster we had in the 80s at the NWA. I mean, we had everybody going, and a different story, but if Crockett had stayed east of the Mississippi, the NWA would probably still be in business.
Right. But Rick, here's the problem, and what you're saying is absolutely correct, but here's the problem, Rick. When you look back at the last 15 years since Ferraro and myself left, honestly, when you look back the last 15 years at the WWE, who have they gotten over? They obviously, John Cena is a huge star. I would consider Kurt Angle a huge star that they got over. I would consider Brock Lesnar a huge star that they got over. That's three guys in the last 15 years.
Yeah.
I mean, that, to me, that's not on the guys. But listen, the wrestlers go out to the ring. I've never seen on Monday Night Raw, I've never seen anybody go through the motions. I've seen balls to the wall from bell to bell non-stop. So it's not on the boys. It's on the material, that the boys are given. And again, in 15 years, if you can only name three people they've really gotten over in the since the Attitude Era, that's somebody's fault.
So Vince,
but here's the deal: just as we're talking about talent, writers of your level don't grow on trees either.
But Rick, let me throw this scenario at you because you'll appreciate this, Rick. I look at a guy like Bray Wyatt, and I sit home and I listen to his promos, and I'm like, are you freaking kidding me? This guy is just unbelievable. The words that come out of his mouth, the way he delivers a promo. This guy, literally should be in movies. Forget wrestling.
So you're saying he's good, because I think he's great, yeah.
Okay, exactly, Rick, but Rick, since he's been on the scene, look at how many times the WWE creative team have dropped the ball on this guy. If you can't get a Bray Wyatt over to the level of an Undertaker, and he's got all the talent in the world, that's not on Bray Wyatt. Somebody's not doing their job.
Vince, not to be
well,
critical, but
I can't argue that either, right? Because I'm just saying I'm glad to hear you like him because I think he's phenomenal, and I think
unbelievable.
And I didn't mean to leave him off that name of people that are branding because he's building the brand too. I just on a different note, I just hope they keep him heel for a while, and because the people are starting to like him. Does that make sense?